Decommissioned school portable buildings have found new life by being reborn as affordable and eco-friendly houses in the Mount Alexander Shire. Chewton resident Pat Healy has used her fire-resistant corrugated iron to clad the recycled buildings and said she had spent $80,000 to build her 7 metre by 7 metre single portable as an extension to her daughter's home, also made from 2 reused school portables. Pat is in the process of building another ex-school portable dwelling in Chewton's main street. She said despite what some people may think, there was nothing simple or cheap about building any sort of house.
It's certainly one of the cheaper options to use portables, but it's not a cheap option. No house building is a cheap option. We're not just building it, plonking it down on a lot of stumps. We go to a lot of trouble to site it well. And of course the council requires us to meet a whole lot of building regulations. And then we clad them, of course, with corrugated iron, because I lost a home in the Canberra bushfires in 2003. And I realised then that whilst brick veneer homes go up in smoke, Colorbond stops the fire dead in its tracks. So when I saw that someone else had built with school portables out around Campbell's Creek area, I went and had a look at them down in Kyneton in the graveyard of portables, and it struck me that here we have some really good buildings. They're very solidly built of hardwood, and they are really well-built buildings.
The trend to recycle and reduce the carbon footprint is quickly growing in Chewton. Andrew McLeod, architect, builder and recycled portable owner, said he enjoyed building with eco-friendly, sustainable materials. He said there was a misconception that all portables were hotboxes, but when placed in the right direction, they can heat and cool perfectly.
And we're very interested in kind of super insulation, double glazing, so this is an 8.1 star house, so its performance, it's been engineered, so it's a highly engineered object in regards to how it works. I mean, it's a lightweight structure, so it doesn't perform as well as it could in summer, but 9 months of the year it sings, so.
But Andy Klusker from the Friends of Chewton and Wattle Gully says this style of housing development is detracting from the historic feel of the township. Campbell's Creek resident Andy Klusker wants to see public consultation on notice boards and in newspapers before a new development goes ahead in Chewton. The long-time Mount Alexander Shire resident describes portables as a truck reversing down a hill.
Well, when you bring in the portables, you're just destroying the landscape. You have a look behind you, and they're just going up everywhere. There's no consultation. You come through the gully, you don't see nothing but these things stand out in the scenery. You go the opposite way, you see the Wattle Gully Gold Mine, all native ground up the top. I just feel that they shouldn't be there, and it's going to happen all through the gully.
I mean, despite having confidence in what we're doing for ourselves, there's been quite a negative public opinion. And it's softened, but it's still current. So probably, we've got a lot of positive support for what we're doing as well, but I think it's taken its toll. So I think, after this one, I don't think we'll do it again. It's difficult, so there's more labour involved to get them up to speed. So I think we'll just build from scratch next time.
Well, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I don't much like brick veneer, but I don't go around telling people I can't build with brick veneer because I don't like it. And so I get a bit impatient with people who tell me that they don't like my school portables and they don't like the corrugated iron cladding, and I think, fine, okay, we're all entitled to our opinion, and we live in a place where we can all have opinions. But, also I do understand where they're coming from. A lot of them are really old-time residents who are seeing their Chewton change. And I guess they see things like, building with portables, building with corrugated iron as a symbol of that change. And so they oppose it.
Jason Taylor, Director of Sustainable Development at Mount Alexander Shire Council, said despite what people thought, all dwellings were treated the same, whether portable or brick veneer, and all dwellings underwent the same approvals process.
Council doesn't treat different dwellings differently, so whether it's a brick veneer dwelling or an architecturally designed dwelling or a relocated dwelling, they all go through the same approvals process. I guess the reason people might think it's easier is that for a relocated dwelling, it's already constructed, so you're not waiting for a period of construction time for your dwelling to be built. council has the ability to require certain things. So all of the sustainability requirements of dwellings and any bushfire requirements and any requirements for parking and landscaping, they're all things that for any dwelling you have to provide anyway. So whether it's a relocated dwelling or a brick veneer, and the planning system doesn't provide for a council or the state government to make judgments on what's an appropriate type of design. So therefore we are left with quite a range of different designs of dwellings. And it's fair to say, whilst some relocated dwellings may not be finished particularly well, there are a lot of good examples where they are finished off quite well and can be some of the nicest looking dwellings in the street.
Mount Alexander Shire Council is encouraging residents with any interest in Chewton to be involved in the community planning process.